Yo, can you hear me? What up? Show I'm out farming? Yeah, I'm gonna farm out some shit today, get some stuff done. I need to collect a lot of stuff. How are you? I'm chilling, man. I got up a little while ago and I got food and I recorded the video. It'll be live kind of soon. And now I'm playing the game. So yeah, we're good. Sleep a ton? No, I really don't sleep that much. It's just probably it seems that way. Okay. Bundle of stalker arrowheads, okay. Forge. Is there a place I can craft this here? I don't even know where there is. Seems like this isn't the kind of place that would have a forge. Fuck, yeah, I don't know where to go. Is this an anvil? Okay, here we go. We're good. Say am I gonna get Gmod? I don't think so. Yeah, I got a bunch of other stuff to get before I even think about Gmod, man. Vestige of the Eternal. I don't even know what the fuck that is. What mount are you going for today? I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I'm probably going to do some of the Covenant stuff today, because I've been pretty slow with that. Does anybody know where to turn this quest in?
Forces are testing our defenses at the
this Gift of Hope quest? Because it looks like I can't do it. No, I don't know. Is it phased because of the World Quest? I don't think so. I mean, I don't think World Quest cause phasing like that, but I don't know. So I hope you're having a good day. Yeah. Think your ass is going to TwitchCon EU? Yeah, that's a fucking funny. That's a funny joke, man. Like, I'm just not a. I'm not a traveling guy. It's not my thing. You should look at crafting changes in depth if I feel like it. I mean, like, I kind of want to see what it's really like. I mean, like, it doesn't really matter to me, like, why the crafting changes or anything like that. It just kind of depends on what it looks like and, like, what the outcomes are. Lustrous Glimmer Shell. Oh, I never did this one. I need to do these protoform synthesis things, but it's just... It's a real pain in the ass.
It would benefit the cartel greatly to reclaim it.
You can buy those at least? Yeah. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to. Well, to get into WoW for a while, it seems intimidating for someone with no knowledge with the franchise. Yeah. WoW is extremely complex. There's a lot to it. Did you see Preach's tweet? No, what did he say? Did you do Zackrawrr? No, I haven't yet. It's just not that big of a deal. You didn't get the alpha. Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal probably to him either. Like, it doesn't really matter. I mean, the only thing that, like, I took, I don't know if you could say offense to, right? But, like, the only thing that I didn't like was the fact that I thought that people were shitting on him for no reason, and it was a bad thing. It's like basically they were siding with the company playing favorites because one of the content creators didn't effectively, you know, shill their product. Apparently harass Blizzard staff for him not getting alpha. I mean, yeah, but like you can't, the thing is, like, it's not really fair to like always blame the community, right, whenever something like that happens, because I mean, you're always going to have crazy people. You're always going to have people that do things that they shouldn't do or whatever. I mean, that doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to talk about something or you know, have a conversation about it. People not do something doesn't stop 100% of them. Well, the thing is, like, I mean, there could have been a lot of different things. I mean, nobody really knows, like, why things happen or why they don't happen a lot of times in these circumstances. Chronically online shitheads, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not like this is some sort of, you know, like, it's not like, oh, well, if a content creator, you can't talk about this stuff because, like, there's going to be somebody who is, you know, super serious and like getting angry about it. Expect alpha, I didn't expect to get it. It was mentioned like not a big deal. Yeah, I mean, I think that if I think he would agree with me with like what I said about how I think it's bad the company decides to not give somebody alpha based off of like that person effectively not working as a unpaid advertisement for them. It's bad for gaming as a whole. So I think that he would probably agree with me on that level. I just think that he probably doesn't see it that way. It doesn't, like, that's not the perspective he has. If you're anonymity online, I think that you should be able to find out who somebody is online, like a law agency should. But in terms of it being public, probably not.
But that is why we are in business together.
Okay, let's go. I guess I'll go see if these two things are up. But like, if he isn't a WoW guy anymore, should they be giving him alpha? I mean, yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I don't know why people have arguments like that. It's just kind of a weird way to look at it because they gave Quasi and Quinn alpha and they don't play WoW, so it's just like, I mean, I don't know why people spend and like they're going through like such extreme mental gymnastics to justify what was clearly a biased decision. It's kind of annoying to read. Why just know people sit down in line, say the most crazy shit? Yeah, I think that they should. I mean, it's, you don't want to have people like at risk. Like, people do and say crazy shit online. I know it might seem like it's you know, it's gonna be some kind of like a weird fucking surveillance state thing or whatever, but The fact is, if somebody was like threatening you and doing stuff like that to you online, you'd want the government to be able to address it too. Like, people can commit crimes online that affect people in real life. Why should people not be held accountable? It's an outrageous assumption to make. Okay. One of your answers things to the government? That's because that's the only real answer to problems. Because anything else doesn't have any fucking power. Mr. GM didn't get Alpha invite, they interviewed Ian, maybe they're just a bit incompetent. I think, yeah, I think there's a good chance that's what happened, is like just some people didn't get it. And it wasn't like anything else specific like that. It made more sense to me if Alpha was more contained than it is. Well, like, why would that make more sense to you, though? Like, I think the reason why you think it would make more sense is because you're under the impression that the Alpha is supposed to be for testing. It is for certain people, but a lot of people are... Like, I got invited... They invited me into the Alpha because I'm gonna give coverage to the game. They didn't give me the Alpha so I could test Evoker. It's actually sad to see. Also sucks how an ad was pushed when he was trying to interview. Yeah. Did you get Golden Turpion? Yeah, I did. Paid really good money for testing software, and I'm about to do it for free. Well, it's not really that deep. It's just that, like, people don't really give a shit. They just want to be able to show it to their viewers. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's not... yeah, it's not that complicated. Oh, I need to do this again. I'll do that, I'll actually just do that now. Then advertisement through, then they're gonna get some brutally honest feedback though from Alpha. Yeah, but like they're gonna get that from anybody. It's not anything special. Okay, let me turn all this stuff in. I really wish they had a way that you could get your anima turned in, like immediately, rather than having to wait to like go back to your Covenant Sanctum. It's annoying. Or at least like have it all stack on top of each other, but there's like 15 different types of anima rewards, and it just goes to like clutter up your inventory more than anything. Let me just make 1,000,000 of these. You know what I do with the anima transfer items? They just choose not let us. Yeah, it's just like it doesn't... You just don't really need to do that. Engine's limited, holding the game back. This is the WoW engine holding the game back. I think it is in some ways. Like, there's certain like nuances that I feel like are probably not happening because of the game. Anima should be account-like currency. Here's my opinion. I think that there's a lot of things that I think should be account-like. This should be a toy. This should be a toy. This is garbage. I don't even need that anymore. Like all of these should go into like a reagent bank. And so like any protoform synthesis items should immediately just go into like a like basically a currency tab that's stored separately from your character's inventory. Like, for example, in Lost Ark, all reagents that you have are all stored separately. So they don't carry like bag clutter or anything. And it makes the experience of the game better. You put it in your bank. Yeah, but you have to put it in your... Then you have to go, like, you have to think about, like, oh, okay, now I've got to go put this in my bank. What if you don't want to deal with that? I think there's a lot of things that, like, just because there's a way around it doesn't mean that that's a solution. You can put them in your agent bank. Yeah, but then you have to go to the bank. That's, like, more time that now you're spending. Final Fantasy puts quest items in a whole different bag. Yeah, exactly. Like that's what Lost Ark does. That's what a lot of games do, and I think that's a better way of handling it. Just in general. What does quest items inventory? Well, it's half and half. Like some of them it does, some of them it doesn't. Actually, I'd say it's like 90 or 80-20, where like 80% it does and 20% it doesn't. I think that's more fair. I really wish I had another chess piece for this set, but I don't think that I can find one that really works. This is one of my... I think this is like one of my favorite sets in the game. I know it's like popular to not like any of the new content, but I think this set's fucking amazing. I love it. This is exactly like, this is, whenever I think of like what's my character fucking, what's like my character RP, right here. This is it. I have like, actually, I would say like there's three different sets that I really like the most. Like if I was gonna say like what are my 3 favorite transmog sets in the game, so like it's this one. This is my number 1. And then I would say, where is it? There's Testamenroth there. This is like my number 2, or like something, some variant of this, whether it's this or this set here. You know, like the barbarian type thing, Conan the Barbarian, some shit, right? Like that one's fucking badass. And then the other one I really like is I haven't used this one for a while. I'll show you what it looks like. Like this one I think is fucking amazing. I don't really always use the belt. I use that belt or I use the other one. It doesn't really matter to me. I can use this one or I can use this one. I might start using these boots instead. I don't know. This isn't what it actually looks like. It's basically a variant of this. And then I have this cloak. Those are, I think, probably the... oh yeah, I also use this tabard too. I use the Army of the Light tabard. Those are probably, oh, and then for weapons, of course. It kind of goes without saying, but you either use this one here, or, of course, you use this one. Right, so like those are like my 3 favorite sets in the game. I guess I'll just turn in all of these. Actually, I think it will literally be faster to do this. Could you do a Berserker and Viking transmog? Yeah, I mean, auto turn and on. Yeah, I wish I could just turn it on and off. You chilling? Oh, I'm chilling, man. I'm just ready to play the game for a while. Working on Veil Strider? Am I working on Veil Strider? Yeah, I am. I'm working on it very slowly, though. Okay, where is he? I think one thing that would really help the game out a lot is if, like, the developers played it. Because, like, I guarantee you if you made any developer play this, they would immediately think it's garbage. Because it is garbage. This is terrible. This is so bad, yeah. So yeah, I hope that's what they do. Is that they make sure that these people, they play their own content. We're watching Nathria bosses get nerfed whenever Ian's guild reached them. Well, like, it's funny, but, like, that's actually a good thing. Like, the thing that's bad is the fact that it took that long. Like, it shouldn't have taken that long. It should have been like that from the beginning. You know what I think it is? I think that he's getting in combat with other NPCs that are in different phases. Like, he's in combat with NPCs that are in different phases in the game. And, because, like, remember this happened with you remember, like, the Dark Moon Tonks? Where you would be able to, like, run around and just, like, spam the button and, like, hit a lot of the, hit targets that weren't there. I think it's the same thing. Just going around with the door open? I don't know how to do that, if you want me to be totally honest. I don't know how to look for that or anything. There's one. Goes for friend. No, I mean, I know, like, for example, if I go to pre-made groups, right? And I go to find group. Realistically, there are no groups that I can join that offer that advantage. So, I can't do that. Jesus Christ. So, like, I'd love to do that if I could. It's just that it's not realistic. Go to quest tab. Sure. Yeah, I'll try that. Okay, it's not there. Alright. Why would you say to go to quest tab? Do you understand how quest tab works? Quest tab automatically, like people, the only people that are in quest tab are people who are automatically placed there. Don't you get upset about that? It's annoying to me whenever people just randomly blurt out suggestions and get mad at me for not trying them, whenever the suggestions are stupid. It's annoying. Imagine having people spam you with solutions for something they don't understand, and then get mad at you for not listening to them. Of course it's annoying. Did our chatters repeat their suggestion also without knowing anything? Yeah, exactly. That's why, like, it sounds like super fucking harsh, right? It's like super fucking harsh to do this. But like anybody who gives like a suggestion that's like wrong, a lot of times I will literally just permaban them. I hope I get this mount today, man. That'll be great. I think these are the ones we need to kill and he kills the other ones. Understand use realm quest hub to find between shards, find a shard where the door's open. You can't do that because there's no group quests that are available, so no quests are getting aggregated into the into Maldraxxus. I mean, you're still wrong. Like you're still wrong, man. Alright, let's do it. Here we go. Backsteel blackplate. Okay, great. That's at least one of the items I needed. I think I need one more now. I think I got 2 of them, and now I just need the toy. I don't know if I have this or not. I always forget. How's flying now that you've experienced the new speed? It's fine. I'm usually just fucking AFKing, to be honest with you. Like, I'll usually, as soon as I go into the direction, I just stop thinking and I just go over there. I'll just wait for him to respawn. He respawns pretty fast. Somebody else wanted to invite me. If they have them up on their realm, if they're in Maldraxxus, I'll just do it now. Whichever is faster. Do you remember whenever the game was mega addictive, people were dying? I mean, like, that's stupid shit like that still happens. Where are we? Wait, what? Oh, there we go. But it's just not as common. I think also, like, it still happens, it's just you don't hear about it as much, because, like, now it's kind of just, like, assumed that people do stuff like that. Nope. Okay, I guess I'll get on all my other characters. I think people dying due to how good a game was actually good PR. Yeah, it was. It was 100% good PR. I didn't mean to get on this character. Fuck. Do you think Keystone Master is easy to get? I mean, if you've played the game, like, I mean, if you play the game super seriously, like, yeah, it's very easy. But, like, for a casual player, no. There's like some toy that spawned yesterday, and oh fuck! Now I need to go do this. Oh my god! I have to go do this on every character. Okay, here we go. Hopefully I get it today. Alrighty, boys. Nope, not today. Alright. Get on another character. It is what it is. Oh, actually, let me see if the rare over here is up. The unstable memory. Is there some sort of way that lets me know whenever this rare is up, or is it just chance?
It is wise to practice the art of flying before joining the ranks of the Ascended. Let us see how you
It's
fare.
just chance, okay.
The Forsworn's influence has cast doubt upon the prevailing wisdom of my temple. I will speak to my acolytes. But first, we must restore order.
Yeah, maybe I can get people to... Rare tell you, scanner tells you whenever you're close to it. Yeah, but I just need to have... I need to have people that invite me to that realm. I guess I can just go... Yeah, let me see if I can get somebody to invite me. It's a warrior tier set. I'll look at tomorrow. I don't want to see it until I'm on the mainstream. I want to see it live, man. Which rare are you looking for? There's like a special box you have to get. And like if you get this special bell, you're able to, it's a toy. Practice your actions, true. Yeah, it's like these two toys I don't have. I think I'm gonna try to go through the Maldraxxus Covenant campaign today. I feel like nobody uses this talent. Nobody uses this one. And I think nobody really uses this one at all. This one's pretty good. I feel like War Machine was so good in Legion, and then they just made it bad. I don't know why. Like it was so much better in Legion. They should just make it like, just put that back in the game. Like War Machine was actually fun. Cause you would go fast. Like I like going fast. Ricky Bobby, that's right. Shake and bake. Let's go. Give me the fucking toy. Piece of shit. Can somebody invite me in Bastion? If they have this rare up, I want to try to kill it. Oh, I don't need to. It's up now.
Before joining the ranks of the Ascended. Let us see how you fare.
I hope these dipshits don't kill my thing.
The Forsworn's influence has cast doubt upon the prevailing wisdom of my temple. I will speak to my acolytes. But first, we must restore order.
I mean, if I take it over there, it's just gonna get AoE'd down. Okay. How many more? Oh, that's it. Alright, boys, here we go. Gotcha, bitch. There it is. Easy GG. Get back on my other characters. Let's do it, thank you. Yeah, let me show you guys what it does. a good idea. I wonder if I had like 1 million people do that, if it would lag out the game. I got Legion Midnight today. Congrats, dude. That's a pretty cool mount. Turn up the volume a bit? Yeah. So your new YouTube video was really good? Yeah, I mean, I think like people, it's good to have like a video out, and that way like people know what's really going on, you know? Because like a lot of people have been like making assumptions on like kind of like what I think about the game and, you know, X, Y, and Z things. So it's good to kind of have it out there, and that way everybody just kind of knows. Because like I was thinking about it, and like when did Blizzard like really start adding in these like really big features of the game? I think it was in WoD with the garrison, because there was like no real big feature of the game in Mists of Pandaria. I mean, like there was like, oh yeah, we've got scenarios and pet battles. Who cares? I mean, Arena and TBC was big, right? Yeah, it was. Challenge modes? Yeah, challenge modes were cool. But they were like their own thing. What I mean is like all of the Mists of Pandaria systems were completely like self-contained. There was nothing like that challenge modes had to do with anything outside of challenge modes. There's nothing that pet battles had to do with anything outside of pet battles. There's nothing that really scenarios had to do with anything outside of scenarios. So it's like they started doing this thing where every expansion they would add in some really, really big feature, and then I probably should just take this, whatever. And then in the process of doing that, they would make the game worse. Because like that's what they did. So first tier, they did that with, let me think. First tier, they did that with, sorry, for Mists of Pandaria, they did it with garrisons, and Legion, they did that with Mythic Plus. Mythic Plus was good though, and so they did that with fucking Legion legendaries, artifact weapons, and like all that stuff, right? So then that happened, and let's see. In BFA, they had Azerite gear and island expeditions and war fronts. So it's like, and the class order hall too, like artifact power, and so like every expansion, like what Blizzard's done is they've had some like big flagship feature for the game that they're just like, you have to do this. This is the main feature of the expansion, and it comes out and it's bad. Like every single time that happened. I think Mythic Plus is probably the one exception. Gift of Davos. Do I have that? I think I do. How many anima do I have on this character? No, not that many. I don't think I have 1,000. The quest hasn't been worked on at all, it's just the map fixes. Yeah, I think they're gonna change up some stuff in Legion, or not Legion, fuck, what am I thinking? Dragonflight. Flex rating was nice. Yeah. Yeah, flex rating was good for sure. Torghast should have 50% reduced CD and reduced CD from the get-go, that would be fun. No, I don't really think so. Just spamming your buttons faster doesn't really matter whenever the activity is fucking pointless. I think what they should have done with Torghast, and what they should do with Torghast, is they should make a bunch of different maps that are like separate from the Maw, or like Torghast. They should make like maps like in Ardenweald, or maps in like Grizzly Hills or something like that. What's wrong with the class? It's boring. Wish there was a penalty for quitting Mythic Plus halfway through. No, I don't think that there should be a penalty for quitting Mythic Plus halfway through. I think that any effort or any effect of trying to apply a penalty to someone for that will result in a worse experience. Yeah, it's like more toxicity, like remove downgrading keys. I think that a key should never deplete. Or a key should like, yeah, it should never like deplete or get downgraded or anything like that. There's no real reason for it. Cause like it just makes people, it's like a big kick in the dick, right? Where it's like, you're trying to, cause the reason why is because like it's not contextual around like player behavior. So like the average player, I think, they do a 15 because 15 gives the best gear. So if you go down to a 14, then you have to go and do a 14 again, and then a 15 on top of that. Because you want to do a 15 because that's what gives you the best gear. So like whenever you put it in context of like what the average person, like how the average person approaches that system, it's super unfun. Keys above 15 should deplete. That solved everything. No depletion for keys 15 and below. Your keys above 15 should deplete. Maybe. I mean, like, that could be a good idea. I don't know. I mean, I think that's probably what they should start with. And then if the higher end players don't like the depletion, then maybe they should get rid of that too. That does seem like a good idea. That's the reason behind depleting keys. Arbitrary punishment to waste player time. There's no reason behind it. I keep pushers to play the lottery. Timing keys, they don't need to get the key they want. Benefit everyone to not deplete, just retry their high keys. Yeah, I think what this is the thing, right? That makes no sense. You can make an argument that like whenever you get really high up there, you don't want people that constantly like restart the key over and over and over to get some kind of like weird RNG. But I just like why, like the thing is that, but who cares? Yeah, like, but who cares? Like, if this is the way they want to play the game, then this is how they're going to play the game. That's the thing. Like, a lot of the changes and things like that happen in the game, they happen. It's like, well, you know, what if a high-end player takes advantage of it in this way? It's like, I mean, I don't, like, who cares? You know, like, why is this even, why are you even thinking about this? You talk about Dragon PvP races? Oh, I don't know. We'll have to see. Maybe she gets saved to that key level like Heroic Dungeons and TBC. If there's no depletion, there's no way to do a 32 plus key, and then you get stuck with an undoable key. Well, like, is the solution to that... Is the solution to that to just make it to where they deplete, or is the solution to allow people to re-roll their keys? Yeah, you can drop... Yeah, you drop it to a low level. I don't know, like, here's generally the way that I look at it, is that they should try to make the base game fun for an average player. Like, an average player is not even probably doing 15s. And like, an average player, like, it's probably really demoralizing to have a key get depleted. Alright, boys. Give me the mount. Here we go, yep. Please give me the fucking mount. "44 attempts on the boss. 44 dicks in the ass." You're so unlucky with this one, it's like a 3% mount. It doesn't matter, you just get it when you get it. Okay, I've got 2 more. You should have a key for a dungeon and be able to select which item, which level you want. I don't know, I mean, like, I think the biggest problem right now is that low-level players get demoralized because their keys get depleted. Like, it's probably a really, really frustrating feeling for somebody to have their key get depleted and they're trying to push a 12 to a 13 because they want to get a 15 done. Like, that's the worst thing. And fix that. Is that it? I got it. Fuck yeah. God damn. What a day. Holy shit. That's what it does right there. It's pretty crazy, boys. We really out here. Alright, let's go ahead. I'll get them out. Where the hell is my Hearthstone? But I don't know where any of my stuff is. There it is. Not trying to be ass, but if someone struggles to do a plus 12, then maybe Mythic Plus ain't for them. You realize most players struggle to do a plus 12, right? Like, people online have like this like weird distorted view where they think that doing a plus 20 is the average key. Like, most people aren't doing plus 20s, okay? This is like a 1% thing. Yeah, doing a plus 12 is pretty fucking normal. How they struggle to do a plus 12 though? They're not as good at the game. They don't know how the routing works. They don't know what to do. They're playing with their friend who's bad. I mean, there's a million reasons. Yeah, they don't interrupt. They came back. They don't have gear. It's an alt. Like, they have a bad computer. They're lagging. Like, it's a lot of people. Yeah, RNG with pot. Yeah, somebody could disconnect. There's a lot of different reasons why. Into a plus 12, you need priorities of your class. No, I think like, I mean, a lot of the people that say stuff like that, you know, these are people that like have played the game for 8 years.
Inspection. My arsenal is yours. Reach out. I keep everything well maintained. Except nothing.
Okay. Try and get rid of all these.
Ah, my apprentice, you return at last.
No, this mount I already had. Okay. Can somebody come help me kill this? This character's like in greens. Play a game for you casual now. I didn't realize people struggled with 12s, like genuinely not being an elitist, didn't know. Yeah, but like so listen to like what you said. I play the game pretty casually now. What about somebody who's never played the game anything but super casually? He's already up. Big dick, big dick, big dick. Let's go. Give me the mount. What a piece of shit. Let me go see if I kill this bitch over here. So I actually need to get this back piece. Do I need anything to get this phylactery? You just need to be Zackrawrr? Oh boy, no, I got the item from him. I'm good. I got this one too. I have that one. I don't know how I don't have that toy. Gear's a huge factor. Yeah, start from +2 unless you get carried by someone somehow. Yeah. Do you still get punished for changing covenant, or is it all open now? Everything's totally open. There's no real friction. I wish you didn't have to go to Ouroboros to do it. I wish it was just like, you know, you open up your talents and it's like your talents, you have like your covenants right here or something. But it's better now. It's a lot better. Is anybody in Maldraxxus that can invite me? I want to see if I can kill this guy. Is there anybody gonna invite me, or is it this just not gonna happen? I feel like it's probably just not gonna happen. Desludo? Desludo is probably like a Portuguese or Spanish word, I'm assuming. Spanish, yeah. Because like every single other one says skinning, right? And so this one says desludo. Yeah, skinning is desludo. There you go. Alright. If somebody else can't invite me, I'm probably just gonna join another group. Or to get on another character. Okay, let me get on another character. Get back on my warrior. Shit. He's not up on my realm. Yeah, he's apparently pretty rare. I didn't know that. Did you end up doing Vicus? Yeah, I did. Maybe what I should do is I should get, like, I don't know, I mean, like, is it really worth investing in getting, like, more characters the Geiger summon? Because, like, I mean, I could do it, I could have it to where, like, more characters are getting the summon for him, but, I mean, I just think, like, I'm doing it 4 times a day, it's gonna drop, like, yeah, it's not worth it. Yeah, because, like, I'd have to... So I would go to Ouroboros. I would buy the reward. Okay, so I'm done here. Okay, good. Things remembered, world quest. No, that's not even it, so... I don't need to worry about that. Yeah, maybe we should do that. Oh. We could do the 9 runs. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. I'm dreading Love Rocket next year. You shouldn't be next year. They're probably just gonna buff it. Yeah, they're just gonna buff it. It doesn't matter. I think that they should buff it, by the way. Like, as somebody who has the big Love Rocket, running it on a bunch of characters isn't fun. The drop rate is too low. It's like, it becomes like not an enjoyable activity. That's how much they buff it. Yeah, they should make it at least like 1 in, I don't know, like 1 in 200 or something. Who's this?
Did you truly believe you were my only means of escape? Mortal. I offered you an opportunity, one that you blithely refused. You will pay the price for crossing me. But first, there are more important matters that demand my attention. So enjoy this brief reprieve. It is the last you will ever know.
That's cool. I like that.
Confront your past, or be condemned.
Yeah, that's cool.
What can I do? List me.
Okay, so it's not over there. I guess it must be this one here.
Do you hear
Yeah, it was this one.
the voices?
Shard hide infected. Enemies make them out 101% drop chance. We can farm making more value to hold people, but no one should have to farm something for 10 years to see amount drop. Yeah, it's just it's a bit much. Okay, so how does this work? I have to get them low, right? Okay. Easy enough. Oh, so this is the farm they do? Are those bots? No. Those are real players. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I think they are. Can I do 2 of these at once? No. Okay. Yeah, they're farming gold. Yeah, fucking idiots, man. Bro, like, imagine farming gold. You just buy it. Like, don't they? Don't you guys have credit cards? Come on. What are you thinking? Been farming comp stomp this week? Not really, no. I haven't even been able to do arena. I need to do arena, man. Bad luck protection should be implemented for mounts. Should bad luck protection be implemented for mounts? I don't think it's necessary. Like, it's like, I see arguments for both. I can see an argument for, like, yes, and I can see an argument for no. So, like, an argument for yes is because, like, sometimes people get really demoralized and they feel like they're just doing it endlessly and there's like no end in sight, and so they stop farming. But I think also, you know, it can create a narrative where it's like, oh man, I farmed this for a really long time, I finally got it, and it makes somebody feel good about that too. So it's like, what's really the better way of handling it? And the truth is, I really don't know. Like, I'm not sure. You gave up on Nalak? I didn't give up on... Well, yeah, I mean, I'm going to buy it off the black market. And also, like, I'll farm it every once in a while on my stream. Just for content. Because it's like, if it ever drops, like, I told people I'd gift 2,000 subs. Give up on the Rathalos mount. The Drake. I thought that one was pretty easy to get. Giving 100 subs 20 times, go through bank allowing that? Yeah. Alright. Give me the cloak. I have to do this towering exterminator thing, but it just takes fucking forever to get one of these done. Next time for sure? Yeah. For sure. Okay, I'll throw this away. Wait, well, what's this here? Incomplete. Well, maybe I should do it. Yeah, I really wish I had somebody to... I had people to do arena with. Like, I'm not even 2.4k rated. I really, really, really need to get higher arena rating. Grayson said he'd carry it. Yeah, but Grayson's usually like if Grayson was, like, theoretically, if Grayson was down to play literally right now, I would play. Maybe I should, like, go and kill, like, NPCs like this more regularly. I don't know, like... Maybe try to farm that stuff on the way over. Grayson, yeah, Grayson's probably not going to be awake for another, like, 5 hours. Okay, we'll just kill it. I mean, why not? Oh shit, there he is. Alright, let's do it. Damn, he got fucking destroyed. They'll mail me all this stuff. I don't need to. Let's kill Croaky too. I mean, we might as well. Yeah, I should maybe make a group every day and go and kill all these rares to try to get that towering exterminator. I really made a mistake by not getting it while 9.1 was out. Probably don't have any CDs. This one's gonna take way longer, I bet. This zone's so chill. This zone's fucking terrible. I hate this fucking zone. I'm glad now Dragonfly only 1.8k in 2s. Dude, like, you know what you should do? Like, you shouldn't even think about getting Gladiator this expansion. Just, like, start doing PvP, and, like, maybe next expansion you'll be able to get it. It's really hard to learn PvP, and you have to play all the time. Are you doing Core Theorares? Core Theorares have a chance to spawn the big boy, and I need to kill him.
Many deals for a friend of the Grumbles.
Good to see you, my apprentice. Enjoy your meal.
I think that's 2 pieces. Yeah, I've got a long way to go with these. But it's just, it's, you know, a situation where it's one day at a time, and, you know, you do it for a long time, and then you're done. You don't have to do it anymore. Okay, so I did that, and let's see, what else do I need to do? I need to get this mount eventually. Glory of the Sepulchre Raider. Oh my god. You're right, I do need to do that. I kind of want to do the runs for that mount, the 9, since we're there. I'm just trying to decide. Yeah, let me go and, I've got to use the bathroom, and then Actually, I'll play my new video for you guys, okay? And I'm gonna AFK, use the bathroom and chill. Oh, greasy. Okay, here we go. God damn, I look good. Let's see what's on the black market today.
What is your hurry?
Nothing good. Alright. Here we go.
What's up, boys? Today I want to talk to you a little bit about Dragonflight and give my first impressions on the expansion. I've been playing it now for the past 2 or 3 days, ever since it's been released to the public and it's out of NDA, and I've enjoyed it overall, and I wanted to talk about the things that I liked, the things that I didn't really like, and just in general, where I see the expansion going. Now, of course, all of this is in the alpha. It's not even a beta, so of course many of these things are subject to change, and some of them I hope will be changed, but I think that it's important to kind of give my feedback and talk about the expansion in a more succinct way than I usually do on my stream. So that's what this video is for. Anyway, first thing I want to talk about is dragon riding. Now, dragon riding is I feel like this is like the main thing that like everybody is talking about with the expansion, and I think it's like dragon riding and the evoker, and I think it makes sense, right? Because these are the 2 of the big things that at least are available to us right now in the alpha. I think dragon riding is nice. I mean, if you are somebody who cares about parsing and WoW, if you are a, you know, like high-end PvPer and you care about like how PvP gear is gonna work and be rewarded, I don't think you care that much about dragon riding. I don't think you probably care at all. But the fact is that there's probably a lot of casual people that are going to enjoy this, and I do like, I mean, the fact is that I like the fact that the dragons can go up to 950% speed, because that just means you can go places faster, which is more fun. I think it's cool. So I think dragon riding is a fun little, mini game that they can add. I would view dragon riding with the same level of importance as something like pet battles. I don't think this is a major, game-changing feature. I do wish that they had like actual real-time races, and I think that's really what's going to give something like dragon riding a lot more of its longevity. After people go through and they do all of the courses, they go through the rings, and that's it. Like, what do you really do after that? And you need to have like meta level gameplay, something like an area in the Darkmoon Fair that you can do dragon riding with like 10 other people, and whoever gets there first, I don't know, gets a bunch of tickets or something like that. And having real-time dragon riding races is something I think is very important, and I hope Blizzard does this. Going for time trials on a website, who gives a fuck? I think people need to be racing directly against each other in real time. So anyway, I think dragon riding overall looks cool. It's nice. Is it really something? Is the game saved because of dragon riding? I don't really think so. But it looks cool, and that's nice. I think there's a lot of casual players that are happy about that, and I'm happy for them. I think it'll be enjoyable, and the odds are it probably won't be like something that's shitty. And it seems like Blizzard, we're talking a little bit about mounts, right? And so there was a mount achievement for 500 mounts added into the game, and the mount reward was a Yeti that is about 2 shades of brown different from the minion of Grumpus that was added back in Warlords of Draenor. So guess what? A lot of people are not happy about this, and Blizzard responded in less than 24 hours, and they said that, listen, yeah, it's pretty shitty. We agree. We're going to change it. And I think that's great. It was actually so fast that a lot of people, even me, right? I was like, did they put this in the game so they could just know? They knew they were going to change it, but they put it in the game to make people think that, they're actually listening to feedback because they were already going to change it, right? Basically, like, put it in there so they can get, like, an easy dub for, like, listening to the community. I don't know, but I think that it's a good thing either way, and so I hope to see what they replace it with. And in general, I have been very happy with the amount of responsiveness and the amount of feedback that Blizzard has taken into account with the expansion. And I think the expansion itself is the product of a lot of that feedback. I think the truth is that, I compare this with like Path of Exile, and I think one of the big concerns people have with Path of Exile was that whenever you were playing a season of the game, in order to get kind of up to speed, you had to do all of these activities, and it was becoming exhausting for people. So, especially for like a more casual player. I think that WoW has had the same problem. I think with WoW, like what's happened a lot is that you've reached max level, and then you've had to progress through a number of these like end-to-game progression systems, whether these are artifact weapons, Azerite gear, or Covenants, Renown, or Shadowlands legendaries. You have to progress through these at some form of a time-gated way, and I think people just get bored of that and tired of it. I think that Dragonflight, the reason why it doesn't have like one of these like really big like expansion changing features is because I think Blizzard has realized that a lot of times these things are, they get iterated on inside of the expansion, and by the time that the expansion's over, they pretty much stop happening, and they get removed, and all of that effort and time and work is just pretty much wasted. And I go back to, like, I think to myself, because really one of the main concerns with Dragonflight, and I think this is valid, but I don't necessarily agree with it, is that there is no real like big feature of the expansion outside of the dragon class and also the dragon class and dragon riding. Those are two of the main things that Blizzard's been talking about. And people are like, well, where's the Torghast? Where's the Shadowlands legendaries? Where's the artifact weapon? Where's the garrisons? Where's the Azerite gear? And I honestly think that it's a good thing that this is not in the game again. Because I think back and I'm like, when did they really start adding in this kind of like expansion defining feature that the expansion is almost built around, like a build around feature? I think that it was very clearly in Warlords of Draenor with the garrison. I think the garrison was added in. This is like the main flagship feature of WoW right now, and so everything in the game is built in the context of the garrison. And I saw that with like getting gear, being able to level up followers to get gear, being able to do the quest lines, doing the legendary stuff. And then going into Legion, obviously, we had the artifact weapon and class order halls, etc., which were very problematic, and we also had legendaries as well, which were also very problematic. So Blizzard's had a very bad history of adding in one of these expansion-defining features, a build-around feature, and then effectively having to build the game around the inadequacies of that feature. I think that's what's happened. And if you go back to Cataclysm, if you go back to Mists of Pandaria or Wrath of the Lich King, and you think about like what did they really add into the game that was like massively like a big change, I think that many of the cases that yes, all of these expansions did have changes, like whether it's RBGs, hard modes in Wrath, or the Legendary Cloak in Mists of Pandaria, you're right, these things did have changes. But there were no massive features that the game was sold as, like, this is the main defining feature of the expansion, and I think that's a good thing. I feel like, in general, it's better for Blizzard to pull back and try to improve the fundamentals of their game. And the reason why I think that is that the game effectively has been, you add in all of these different verticals of balancing, right? You have like Covenant, Conduits, Legion Legendaries, tier sets, trinkets, soul binds, and like you have to balance all of these things across each other and have them work in some degree of uniformity in PvP, Mythic, and Mythic Plus, and raiding, and that's like not even counting like other niche activities. Like there's no fucking way this is going to happen. So I actually think that Blizzard's making the right decision by not just adding in one of these like massive features into the expansion that has obvious flaws. And I also want to talk about the flaws that a lot of these other features in the expansions have had. Garrisons, going into garrisons, there were a lot of concerns with garrisons that they would flood the economy with resources, which is what happened. There were a lot of concerns, especially for myself. I remember I was very concerned that it would just like kind of segment and segregate players into their own garrison, sequester them into their own garrison, and they just sit there all day because you were able to get trade chat in the garrison. I remember whenever trade chat was added into the garrison, I complained about it on the forums, and I was of course downvoted, and I got a bunch of hate for this, but I feel like I was right, is that not having trade chat in the garrison probably would have made it to where people spent more time in the city around other people, which is a positive thing in an MMO, I think in general. And so the garrison was shipped, like as soon as the announcement of the garrison and as soon as the alpha came out, everybody could see a lot of big problems with the garrison. And Blizzard largely ignored these, and they just pushed it out, and they said, oh, you'll see, it'll be better whenever you play it. It wasn't. And I think that afterwards, people were very frustrated about that for good reason. And then the same thing happened with the Legion Legendaries. They initially said, if you go back to the announcement of Legion, they said that these legendaries would be targetable, and at the beginning of the expansion and for the first half of the expansion, actually probably the first 75% of the expansion, they were not targetable. And that was a obvious problem that everybody saw was bad, and I think people disliked it heavily. I think people felt the same way about Titan Forging, and they also felt the same way to a certain degree about farming artifact power. All of these were concerns that were brought up during the alpha, beta, and actually during the current game at the time, and they were mostly and largely ignored. And go into BFA, obviously we have Warfronts being an issue. Azerite Gear, Ian literally said that they ignored criticism and feedback because they thought the players hadn't seen enough of it to make an accurate decision on if it would be good or not. So he even acknowledges that the feedback there was ignored. And with Shadowlands, of course, we have Covenants, and the problems with Covenants were evident on literally the announcement of the expansion. And so they were a problem for the majority of the expansion. So I think that Blizzard has had a very bad track record with responding to criticism and feedback from these systems, and having a, as I said, build-around feature that ends up being handicapped for being able to play the game. It's like this feature does more to prevent you from enjoying the game than it does to enable you to play the game and enjoy the game. So I'm really actually glad they're not doing that. I think that they should focus on smaller systems, smaller things, and just in general build the World of Warcraft rather than just build a feature for a single expansion. I go back and I think to myself, if they had spent half the amount of time designing, like a raid, or designing a bunch of like really high-end, super complex dungeons, they had spent half of that time in the past 5 years developing content that's like the Mage Tower, or content like Dragon Riding, or content like the Darkmoon Fair, and we had all of that content that was usable and playable at this current point in time in the game, would the game be better than it is now? And I think that for most people, that the answer to that would be yes. I think absolutely it is. So focusing on creating a better world experience and trying to move away from actually just trying to build the entire game around the competitive aspects of it. You saw the AoE cap in, I think there was in Shadowlands it was added. Yeah, the AoE cap in Shadowlands. And that was, I've never seen a single other example of like any argument that it was good outside of the MDI. Nobody wanted this, but they added it, and I think it was because of the MDI. All of these like complex and like overly complicated personal loot trading rules. Why is this in the game? Who's asking for this? Who wants this? Nobody. But I think Blizzard has tried to, they've tried to basically like keep these high-end guilds on rails, prevent them from progressing too fast, prevent them from getting too much gear or something like this. And it actually filled me with a lot of hope. It sounds weird to say this, but it filled me with a lot of hope that Ian said that they gave up on doing that in the most recent interview I think that he had with Towley. It might have been either Towley or Mr. GM, but either one, he said like, yeah, we're not going to try to fight them anymore. We just want to make the content, and that's it. And I think that's a good decision. The fact is that trying to continuously do that and, like micromanage the way these people play the game has a ripple effect on the entire player base. And you saw that with the Sepulchre. Of course, the difficulty of the raid in itself was really bad. And that arms race, as Ian called it, was harmful to the entire player base. And that's really what happens, is that the ripple effect of trying to fight these high-end players and high-end guilds turns into a decreased quality of experience for an average player. Things like the Crucible to make tier gear. Why was this delayed by such a large margin? It was clearly to prevent high-end guilds from being able to get tier sets in some sort of a way. I don't understand why. I honestly still don't understand that. And I hope that Blizzard, going into Dragonflight, listens to that kind of feedback and they stop trying to, like min-max the way that people play the game and artificially extend game time by withholding quality of life features. I think this is a very harmful thing to the game. It creates resentment for the game, which is what I've talked about before, and that's actually worse than not having fun. Because it's like not having fun is at least apathy. Who gives a fuck, right? But resentment, this is like a targeted emotional feel, and that's bad. So I really hope that doesn't happen at all, and I really hope that Blizzard's able to continuously, develop the expansion and just make it better on a fundamental level. I've said multiple times that I think that it'll take 2 or 3 expansions for the game to be good again. I do think that Dragonflight could be the first step in that direction. Now, the expansion hasn't really been out yet. It's never been out yet. We don't really know like what a lot of the features are. We don't know how they're going to balance talent trees. I have no idea. But I think that the philosophy behind Dragonflight is positive, and I think that building a better foundation for the game is much more important than putting a new coat of paint on an old car again. I think this has been happening for the last expansions, and it's really just been a losing battle, and it's been bad every single time. I hope that it's good. I really do, and of course, I'll make videos and talk about all the different stuff and the systems, etc. I mean, they even said they're bringing back group loot, for example, and so like that probably, I'm assuming, means they're going to bring back master loot. And in my opinion, I think there were 2 reasons that they got rid of master loot. Number one is because they probably wanted to save money on GMs, and you can't have any ninja looting tickets if you have personal loot, right? Nobody can ninja. So I think that's one big reason. And then the other reason probably was because they were trying to micromanage and min-max how, again, high-end guilds were playing the game. This is just an effort in futility. They will always no life it harder than you expect them to. Don't try to stop it. Make the game for the other fucking 99.999% of players, and I can guarantee you those high-end players will have a better time because they'll have more people playing the game to look up to them for achieving what they're trying to do. So I do think that it's a very big mistake to have done that for so long, and I'm glad that Blizzard's finally acknowledging that and trying to move away from it, but we'll see what happens. I think that it's very important to not let your guard down and to be very outspoken about changes and things that are done in the game that are just decreasing the quality of it or making it take longer for no reason or just in general making you not enjoy the game. So I feel like with this alpha, I think players should be even more outspoken, and also I think that we should do what we did last year. If the game isn't fun, stop playing the game. Stop playing the game. Stop doing something that you're not happy with, And I honestly think that the mass exodus from WoW last year, you know, like the Final Fantasy and also with like the lawsuit, I think both of those two things lit a fire under their ass. I'm gonna be totally honest. I think it absolutely fucking did, because there's probably people, executives over there at you know, at Activision Blizzard. They see this and they're like, fuck, what are you guys doing over there? Like, you know, why are the people leaving? Why aren't they quitting? Why aren't you listening to your player base? And I guarantee you, whenever the board of executives at Activision Blizzard sees that, they don't really give a fuck about like what the philosophy is behind stopping Limit from doing split runs. They don't give a fuck. And so that's a good thing, and I think that everybody who did unsub and did move away from the game actually was extremely instrumental in making Dragonflight in many ways a response to the community feedback. And I hope that continues to be the case, and if it stops being the case, well, you already know what to do. So I really hope it's good. I'm excited, and I think it's going in the right direction, but it is the alpha. It's very hard to say, and I think we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, the Evoker looks fine. I mean, the customizations, I mean, there's got to be like some furries or scalies on the fucking art team. Like, they put a lot of effort and focus and detail into these characters, and there's no way that there's only one place that I've seen that level of detail before, and it's DeviantArt. So anyway, I'm glad to see it. I'm excited to see more, and I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. Anyway, guys, I wanted to make a video and talk about it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I guess we'll all see it together. I'll see you later. Peace.
And there it is. What did you guys think? Good, yeah, thanks. Glad people agreed on it. Think someone has good lighting whenever they did the video? Yeah, I made sure I had the lighting on. I was gonna record it in the dark and then it looked bad, so I didn't. Okay, so I need to eventually do this, but we're not doing that today. Let's see. I need to do this too, but we're not doing that today. Let's see. Cloak. There's a lot of these I need to do. Oh, these are just all the same items. I need to get these too. They're really annoying to farm. Go with another Zackrawrr character, there'll be a different part from this transmog. I don't know, like, oh, for that quest? I don't think I have another character that has the Korthia dailies unlocked. I could try it, I mean, I might as well, like, let me just see. People who do PvP get cool unique mount, last boss. You only get 3 colors from the achievement, that's dumb. Yeah. You just need the Bolvar skip. Let me just see for myself. Okay. No, there's none up. Because if there was, it would be updated with this one here. I guess while I'm here, I'll go check if this guy's up again. You need to get the promise free too. Yeah, maybe. Wait the campaign, you'll get all the dailies. Yeah, I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. I'm not stressed about it. Center content challenge, keep a new player to have fun. Here's the thing, is that if you enjoyed playing Legion, BFA, or Shadowlands earlier in the expansion, you will probably enjoy playing the game now. It's pretty much the same thing. I mean, it's different, but it's also pretty much the same thing. Do you think they were... No, I think that they... I don't know why they put that mount out there. I have no idea. Blizzard should move on from that point? No? I don't know. I mean, like... The thing is, I think that people don't really want... People don't really want, like, the old game back as much as I think they do. It's just people think that they want the old game back because that's what they remember it was good. You think you do, but you don't. Well, it's like, so I don't, like, that's different though, because like, there are some people that do, but I don't think like, it's like, I don't think that Blizzard should go back and repeat the same mistakes and systems that, like, let's say Wrath of the Lich King had or Cataclysm had. Is the Shade, are Shadehounds still up in the Maw? No? Okay. Well, I'll have 2 more characters to do it next time. What about EVE Online? No, I don't really keep up with that game because I don't play it. Okay, so what do I need to do now? I'll do the Zareth Mortis stuff, and then yeah, let's do some of the runs for that mount and Sanctum. What's a guilty pleasure you like to spend stupid money on? I like beef jerky. Let me hold a lockup for Sanctum. Tiger Panda has one. Go for Vengeance? There's no reason to. It's gonna be easier soon. It won't matter. Old Trapper? Yeah, that's my favorite. Looking for a Summer New World patch? Yeah. Tomorrow, my amulet hits 600 expertise, and like everything I have is 600. So it's gonna be pretty badass. Yeah, I'll have like full 600 gear score, everything. To be fair though, I don't have 600 gear score Blunderbuss or Void Gauntlet. I need to do this more often too. Herculean Amir emerges from below. I guess I should go kill him. What's your opinion on new Lord of the Rings trailer? I mean, I don't really have like very high expectations for the new Lord of the Rings trailer. Or for the new show, I mean. The trailer looks fine. Nice. There we fucking go, boys. Fuck yeah.
The gardens are overrun, and there is no room for new growth. Clear the excess.
Where the fuck? Vine choked creatures slain. Okay. Oh, this guy's elite. I don't want to kill him. Do I have to kill elites? Oh my god, I have to kill elites. Oh. Oh, here's one. But yeah, anyway, the reason why I don't really have very high hopes for it is that, like, it's the problem is that the reason why Lord of the Rings was successful and the reason why it's like so unique and well liked is because it's not what a lot of I think like mainstream like studios think needs a product needs. So like for example, you know, there's no real like sex in Lord of the Rings. There's no you know, overt love interests, you know, like, or overt like displays of love interest, right? Like it's I mean, you could say like, I mean, to an extent, yeah, but it's very, very subdued. It's absolutely like in the background. There's no real like moral relativity either with Lord of the Rings, and I think that's a big difference with a lot of the, you know, especially newer television shows, is they try to tell a story that's morally complex, and Lord of the Rings is not really morally complex at all. And so it's wholesome in that way. Yeah, it is. And so, like, I'm assuming that they're probably going to make the new Lord of the Rings show some version of Game of Thrones. And I don't think anybody really wants Game of Thrones in Middle-earth. I think it'll be successful to an extent. It's not like I don't think anybody's going to watch it. I do think it'll be successful, but it's not going to have the same level of success that the original films had. And also, you know, I'm not really sure like about every actor in there, but a lot of the actors in Lord of the Rings were like really, really great actors. And I think that plays like a huge part. It's like whenever I think back on, you know, another example of this is like The Departed. Like The Departed, if you think about the cast for The Departed, every single person in the cast for The Departed of any important role was an S-tier actor. So I think that's a huge factor. Same with Tropic Thunder. Yeah. So like I've always been a person that's like, if I see if like certain people are gonna be in a movie, I'm much more excited for that movie. Like I usually base my projection on if a movie is gonna be good or not off of who's directing it and also who's in it. Like not even the plot. That might sound weird, but that's the way that I usually base my decisions off of. And my assumptions off of. No, I haven't seen the new Top Gun. Okay, so creeping brambles. Not weird at all on the execution. The execution on the base idea matters a ton. Yeah, it's like a movie like, I think a really great example of this is like Snatch. Like Snatch is like kind of like a goofy story, but it's really good because it was directed by I think Guy Ritchie and Brad Pitt and what the fuck's his name? Jason Statham were in it, right? It was just like really, really good. Like character acting was amazing. Sin City? Yeah. Like Sin City, like imagine if they didn't have, who was it, Clive Owen, Bruce Willis. It's directed by, I actually forgot who directed Sin City. But like pretty much everybody in that movie was a great actor. Robert Rodriguez? Yeah, it was Robert Rodriguez. No, Frank Miller is the guy who wrote the books, or the graphic novels. Rodriguez is the one who directed the movie.
It will grow back. It always does.
Okay. Soranos. I don't know if I have that. I'm gonna go over there. Jessica Alba S tier. Very true. Well, Tarantino films are somewhere. Yeah, 100%. Mickey Rourke too. Yep. But yeah, all I'm saying is like that's how I base a lot of it off of. And so like with Lord of the Rings, like they have some decent actors in there, right? Sure. I mean, it's not like awful, but it's not the same. It's not the same level as Lord of the Rings. Django's overrated. I feel like Django should have ended after they, like it probably went on, like I always thought like Django Unchained went on 30 minutes too long. But I think the beginning of Django Unchained is like the best. Okay, I remember I watched it with my dad, and it's like as soon as like all that shit happened at the end, or like, you know, like 2/3 of the way through, I was like, okay, well, that's about it. And it just like kept going on. I was like, wait, what's going on? What is this? A lot of people thought No Country for Old Men sucked, but they have no brain cells to comprehend it. I think that, Mike, you're gonna, that was directed by the Coen brothers, right? I feel like, number one, like, a lot of people thought that movie was amazing. Like, I don't know if that's really a popular opinion, that it wasn't well received. Yeah, I remember, like, when it came out, like, everybody thought it was great. Casting that bullshit. Not today.
The engine that creates these automa is not working. Clear the defective ones so that others may be renewed.
I guess we'll just start killing these. Opinion on Fight Club? I love Fight Club. Movie? Yeah, my mom, like I got her the book, and she didn't really like the book because apparently the book has like a completely different ending than the show or the movie, which I thought was kind of interesting. Tag that. You seen American Psycho? Yeah, of course. Like a movie's better than the book. And that's what she said too. Okay. No, I haven't seen the Northman. I heard good things about it. But yeah, I don't know, like in general, like I'm glad people like the video. Like I'm trying to make like just more videos in general. Because like usually I watch other people's videos and it's like, you know, I'll make some of my own stuff too and talk about it. It's a good link for a YouTube video. Yeah, I don't know how many of my videos are like 17.5 minutes randomly. That's like just like I guess fucking an attention span that I have for certain things. Interstellar. I only watched like half of it, so I don't really have a very strong opinion on it. Working on stuff without a script isn't easy. Yeah, it can be hard to do. I mean, you know, I'll have to like redo like the video sometimes, but with this one, luckily, I was able to pretty much get it out like really quickly.
One day, this beautiful engine of creation will function again.
Okay. So do I have to do this one instead? Okay. I didn't know there were a maximum amount of actions, to be honest. Might as well wait here and get this done. Preach situation being a big talking point in a WoW community. I mean, like, I don't want to go over that again, right? But like, this is just, I'll reiterate it because I didn't really state what I think. But basically, I think that a game company should not deny access to the to previewing their product based off of somebody's feedback of previous products. So like, for example, if somebody says like one game is shitty, then I don't think that the company should go back and say like, or oh, these games are bad or whatever, this company did something bad, because like I feel like, I mean, Blizzard, like, you know, Preach condemning Blizzard for like the whole lawsuit thing. I mean, Blizzard condemned Blizzard, so it's not like this is anything new. So the reason why I think that it's bad is because it creates effectively like a chilling effect in the content creator space and in the entire space around content involving the game. So, for example, if you know that if you give negative feedback to a game, there's a chance the developers might take it personally and not give you access to the future content, then you are going to withhold certain types of negative feedback. So how does that affect content creators? Well, it affects content creators by making it to where they are less likely to give authentic and real feedback because they want to preserve their ability to make content and be able to access the content and be given access to the content, so they won't be honest. So for you guys, it decreases the quality of content that you receive because now you don't know if this person is saying what they believe or they're saying what they believe won't get them in trouble. So it turns it into a situation where, like, all of the content surrounding the game, and I also think that it's harmful for the developers because the developers don't get certain amounts of feedback because you know, the content creators and the community doesn't really provide a platform for it to exist, and so it leaves them in the dark. It makes the game worse. The community is getting like